the performance of the two great quarterbacks, one of whom went on to do it again, and the other went on to win 2 Super Bowls, and that's no surprise with Eli and Matt Jones. You two guys are on my top list of performers at that quarterback position, and I've been privileged to snap the ball to some pretty good quarterbacks. I had one named Johnny Unitas who used to stand before every game and say, "Talk's cheap, let's go play." That's all he said. Well, that's what you guys did. Nobody talked, just played, and played so very well. It was incredible to watch.
That's good. Bill Curry, everybody. That's what a class act he is. So the head coaches that day, obviously Houston Nutt and David Cutcliffe. What do you remember anything special about that game? Anything stand out to you before the game started? 6 o'clock start, night game.
Yeah, 6 o'clock start. I think everybody had been in the Grove tailgating a little bit. I think everybody had a good buzz going on, and by the end of it, they were hungover already.
Obviously, you guys had some momentum going, right? Yeah, you won a couple games, and maybe Houston was. Always gave great pregame speeches.
Oh, he was the best, and we were just looking to try to get out there and get another W, and like Eli said, it was 17-17 at the end of the game, and then 58-56.
Well, let's do this. So let's dive in. It's 17. We're going to pick it up at 17-17. All right, and remember the rules were after the third overtime, you had to start going for it for 2. So let's pick it up if we can. 17-17. Matt, let's go ahead and punch the first play out. Let's watch.
Overtime game ever for Arkansas, and they've all involved the state of Mississippi. They're 2-0. Both wins were over Mississippi State. 16-13 to 96.
And keep going.
4th and 1. Bounces it outside to the 10 to the slide.
Cedric can make anybody miss. I mean, in one-on-one, you weren't tackling Cedric Collins.
Yeah, that was a 4th and 1 play. Again,
right there, right? One stop,
L2, on Madden, it's just L2, and he's over there.
Yeah, they thought it would be a pass, and it's a run. Play that one more time if you can, Matt. Yeah, I think even Bill Curry said you were thinking it maybe a pass.
See 85 right there. We come back to the 4th overtime, and we call it one the bootleg where you saw him going down the right there. Yep.
All right, so they make the extra point, 7-zip. All right, Matt, go to the next play. The next play you guys have to answer.
Yeah, right there. This is 4th and 6, like our own 10-yard line. And at the 10-yard line, hit Jesse Armstead running across the middle. We run we're in curls on the outside. Not a great play at the 10-yard line. Corners are sitting. Jesse's just really a clear out. I'd never thrown him, the ball to him on that route, on that play, and y'all just kind of played like a goal line defense, and everybody was just sitting there right on the goal line, and he just split them and saw a little window and hit him on fourth down right there.
Show that play one more time. Look at the DBs for Arkansas. Look who Eli had to thread. Watch the DBs across the back of the end zone here.
Like Kenny Hanlon.
Yeah, look at it. There's red jerseys everywhere.
Right there, yeah. And then Boo is on that team. He's still Arkansas's all-time leading tackler. He's running around. All
right, so we go in the second overtime. It's 24-24. Now, this was interesting. Does anybody remember what happened next here?
I do. I fumble.
Punch it up.
We're down here. I get like a weird snap. There goes 0. I fumble.
Jamar Gallen.
And y'all recover it. So things are not looking good. All y'all have to do is kick a field
goal. That's right.
Goal.
Game's over with if we just kick the field goal. And did you think at that point it was done?
Yeah, it's not looking good. Obviously, you start at the 25-yard line, so you just hope you can just get them to go 3 and out real quick, get no yardage, and hopefully kicking a 42. I think they did get a first down or got some yardage, so I think they had a 35-yard field goal. Which it is college. We had missed one earlier in the game. We missed like a 18-yard field goal in the second quarter. So I was hoping maybe y'all could do the same and help us out.
Show the kick, Matt. Brennan O'Donoghue. So
we weren't through yet. That's why I tried to say, man, just hang on. We got a little more.
So you guys had life again. You're thinking
we got life again, and so now obviously you're going in that third overtime. You guys start going for 2 after touchdowns if you get the touchdowns. But yeah, just feeling very fortunate at this moment.
So again, think about it. It's 24-24, third overtime, and look what Matt Jones does here on this next play. A little more juice on the sound there.
Look, that guy's fast, and you're just a lot faster. I don't know how. It doesn't look like you're running that fast. I'm telling you, I swear.
Show it again, Matt.
It doesn't look like you're running a 4.4. It looks like you're running a 4.8. Everybody else is running a 5.8. I don't know. Those are DBs.
He was tired. He was tired.
All right, so that's no good on the 2-point conversion. I think we may have that. Let's see. Here's the 2-point conversion.
Oh, we got tricky. Yeah.
He almost gets it. Watch him. He almost gets it.
Dude, Corey Birmingham, one of the best Razorbacks. Yeah,
we were too tired to fall for the fake. That's the problem. You got us the boot. You
got to reverse in the first quarter.
Like, I'm not running after this guy. I'm too tired. Oh, here he comes. A reverse. Perfect.
So Arkansas goes up by 6. So if you guys can score,
kind of scary right there because you know that's all they got to do.
That's right. If you get a score, but then you get.
We got to go for 2 though. We
right.
We can't kick the extra point. You got to go for 2.
So what happens here next? Boom. Pretty easy.
Run it in.
So that makes it 30-30.
Right. We got to go for 2. I think I.
You remember what play? Yeah.
I think I try to throw a little short, little under route and gets knocked away. A rollout. Dangerous, but you got to
throw it in there,
shot.
right? Yeah.
You just hope the guy doesn't intercept it, run it back for a touchdown.
Right.
You could run it back, I believe, at that point, but you try to throw it up and hope for something good. But I don't know what the play. Bad play call. I'll say. Not as bad as the reverse y'all try, but bad play call.
So now, so you guys now this starts the 4th overtime.
You start running out of 2-point plays is what happened, right?
You only have 3, then you go to your 3rd and 1 plays.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No. So are you thinking? Are you feeling confident? Are you thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know. I feel at this point we're just kind of feeling fortunate. We had a 4th and 6. We already converted for 1 touchdown. They missed a field goal. I think we're just kind of, hey, we're in this game. We had a chance. We didn't do it, but maybe we can just get something going here.
So Eli's up next, and check what he does here in the next play, 4th overtime.
This is too easy. I don't know. I think no one in the middle.
Bill Flowers.
Route. Bill Flowers under center, little seam route. So that was, I think, maybe the first play. So we scored quick, and now we're going into our bag of tricks or 2-point plays. Like, what do we have from the 3-yard line here? Oh, we got a corner route. Had him.
Oh.
Just on the fingertips.
So while you're getting these plays, are you saying, no, coach, let's do something different, or are you going whatever they say?
No, you're just going whatever you say. You just, there's not, from the 3-yard line, you can't really run it. You could probably run the option, but you're not going to, it's too far to run the ball, and it's just, it's tight windows right there from the 3-yard line.
It always happens quicker down there, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of got to throw it right off the snap to get it up and down, and you got to make decisions where you think the guy's going to be open or not. You're kind of throwing the ball before they might be open down there.
So it's 36-30. Now you guys can if you get the ball and score, obviously you got a chance to win the game.
That's right.
So let's see what Matt does right here. Watch this play.
That's a good throw right there.
George Wilson.
That's a good throw.
That is a heck of a let's go back and show that. You see Houston timeout. Show that one more. He bought some time.
Look at him. He's looking to the left. Nothing there. I'm going to run right. On the run to the right in the corner.
And George breaking off the route, going back the right way. I mean, he was so intelligent. He was a great player.
That was George Wilson, right? Yeah, George Wilson. All right, so there you have the attempt, the 2-point attempt for the win. This is win it right here.
Option.
Little speed option, and they were right there. Nothing you can do. They're on scholarship too. They make plays.
All right, so we start the 5th overtime, 36-36. Matt Jones with the ball first. What happens here? Watch this run. Unbelievable.
Can we tackle? I think at this point we're like, all right, let's just let them score. Maybe we can stop them on the 2-point conversion, and then y'all can go win.
Show this play again. What's the effort that you make? Because you have like 3 guys that have a shot at this. Here it is. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good spin move right there.
Yeah, number 5 is
Vaughn Hutchins.
So now you have a chance for the 2-point conversion again. Let's see what happens here. No, they're so close.
That was bad on my part. That was bad. Make a better throw.
So again, now they're up by 6. If you can score and get the 2-point conversion, you win. And who do you go to? This is the guy that really.
My roommate, Doug Ziegler. little corner route. There you go. He had a big game. He scored a couple in the first part. So I think we just kind of motioned the running back out, got him lined up on a safety, and just a little corner route to get the touchdown. So,
all right, 42-42 with a chance to win it. Here we go.
Here's the one I thought we had. I thought that was close.
Ahmad Carroll, another true freshman out there making a play.
That was on our running back. Running back on DB, normally. I don't know. You saw the running back.
He's another first rounder.
His jersey was off the shoulder pad. It's usually some sort of holding there.
That's a great play by Ahmad Carroll. You know, he got his hand in there. He goes down as a pass breakup.
Pass breakup.
All right, sixth overtime, 42-42. Eli, you're up next, and you're gonna find your buddy again here.
Yeah, a little stole a play from Arkansas, Matt Jones, little bootleg, and hit my tight end again. Again, the defense is not playing any defense right now. They're out there, but they're not moving real well.
So the 2-point attempt, I want you to see this. I want you to pay attention who's at the end of the shot here.
There you go. We ran it. So we said we couldn't run it. We're like, all right, nothing else is working. The pass is not working. There's my dad. He's wearing headphones at a game. Headphones. Who wears headphones at a game? My mom refused to sit next to him because she was so embarrassed that he's wearing headphones and listening. He listened to the broadcast. He's listening to you, David. Call the game.
Show that again and freeze on Eli once you get past. Archie. So again, boom, up 50-42. Let's see the dad.
It's like a Walkman. Yeah.
It's waterproof. I think maybe in the shower too. He's waterproof headphones.
I think since he didn't want people coming up to talk to him, honestly. He's like, I can't hear you. I'm wearing these headphones.
Yes, your mom's around there somewhere,
I think
right?
my mom's behind him. She didn't want to sit next to him. She's like, I'm not. If you're wearing those things, I can't even talk to you. I'm going to sit back here with my friends.
So, Matt, now you know you're down 8 points.
Got to have them both.
You got to have them both.
That's right.
So before they, this is the next play. This was a great play to Nathan Ball. Check this out.
Look at it. Are we even trying to rush you? Look at this.
This Nathan Ball.
What a play.
Gets down to the 2. And then
He's another guy that played a little basketball.
Yeah. And there's Mark Pierce.
Man, what a player. That freshman class that Coach Nutt had that year, I mean, we had a lot of freshmen making plays.
So I thought this was of all the game. But I don't know if you guys remember. Remember, we had to make this 2-point conversion. Nobody had made one in 3 overtimes. So David Lee told me about this. Check this out. So he gets you guys on the sideline and says, "Hey, listen."
He calls down from up top,
from upstairs.
And I don't know if it's this one or if it's
this one.
It's okay. Well, but he just calls it in because it's running the same thing with DeCorey Birmingham. Supposed to act like he's blocking the linebacker and then coming back over, and then you just
this is this is the Peters.
See, this is
Jason Peters.
Let's run it.
That's what you're talking about.
Let's run it.
Yeah, in other words, you sneak Peters in the back of the end zone.
Right.
Yeah. In other words, and y'all had not done that, right?
No, he called down, and that's what we
looks
just
like
put
a
that up.
busted play.
Yeah.
This is like y'all are playing street ball.
I
I think you're supposed to hand it off there, and now you throw it to a left tackle for the Eagles for 20 years. I mean, what in the world?
That's how we drew it up. That's exactly how it was set.
He doesn't know he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Here, listen, we got to watch that one more time again. And we know you got Sean Andrews, who was an all-pro tackle. You got Jason Peters.
Look, everybody's blocking run. We got 2 guys, Cedric Cobb.
He went the
look. He's like, we're not going to guard the left tackle. Why would we guard him? He's not eligible. No, he's a tight end.
Look
Converted defensive tackle or whatever. It's unbelievable.
Look at Houston. Houston's all pumped up, too.
Just one more stop.
One more stop.
One more stop.
By the way, Jason Peters, a future Hall of Famer.
I played against him. I mean, yeah, he played for the Eagles forever. I think 17 years with the Eagles. I mean,
Gave up one sack.
Sean Andrews played with the Giants also.
Or he played with the Eagles.
Huh?
Sean played with the Eagles.
Oh, Sean played originally with the Eagles,
yeah.
but
the Giants
he had some
afterwards.
injuries.
Yeah.
He came in and played left tackle a little bit for us after he was done. Had some injuries and back pain. He would kind of play a game, sit a game, play a game. But when he played, no one got next to him.
Yeah.
He was a strong man.
Coach Lee made mention. We couldn't sit on there. Apparently, I think Sean Andrews was down the field. It could have been a flag if he was in the.
He thought he was open too.
I agree.
It's
agree.
Double tackle eligible play. Yeah.
Both tackle eligible.
All right, so 50-50, going to the
50-50. Never heard that score. I bet a football game's never been 50-50 before at one point. It's like, how do you get that?
Do you remember thinking, is this thing ever going to end? Because it had gone about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd was exhausted. They didn't know if they wanted the game keep going or like, can we just call a tie? I got to get home. It's getting late now.
So 50-50, we come to the sixth overtime. Let's check out the 7 plays on this drive.
4th down.
Mark Pierce again.
What is that? What is that? Is he calling timeout? What is he doing?
Do you remember too? I didn't realize this, that you guys had to switch field, right? Every overtime, right? You had to go back and forth. Which was exhausting.
Well, you don't want to go towards their student section.
Sure,
You want to be able to hear everything. Yeah,
but the time it took with TV timeouts and all that, it would just obviously. So here's a chance for the 2-point conversion to put it up by 8.
This is the play I'm talking about when he's calling it.
Right.
Look at this. Oh, my goodness. No, you'd never practiced that play before.
Never practice it. Never practice.
That was
called
in the dirt.
Yes, exactly what happened.
That was drawn in the dirt.
Go back to when I did one of these last 2 plays. I noticed Matt was doing this. Can you turn up? I don't know if you can hear Bill Curry on this. Listen right here.
Your running back just didn't. He screwed up. He didn't block the guy, and it's like, I better run out. Right? Yeah, there it is. I'm not mad anymore. I'm over it, obviously. Very much over it.
So Bill Curry made the mention that you were pointing up to the heavens and said that's what you should be thinking for that completion on that play.
100%.
All right, so 58-50, but you're not done yet. Let's go back and see Eli try to rally the team in this last overtime. Looking for Armstead again, right?
Yeah, I missed him earlier. Came with this one. He was too open. Couldn't miss him there.
Wide open. All right, so here you go. This is it. So sort of set this last play. Hold on just a second, Matt.
Yeah, this is kind of this is kind of one of our 3rd and 1 calls, that Matt taught to you. You're kind of running out of ideas. So he said, hey, we're on the 3-yard line, though. So we kind of tell the guys, hey, try to get a little deeper. And we got a little rub route. And so, the guy's going to go over the top. He usually goes about 4 yards. The guy underneath is about 3 yards. But the problem right here is the guy over the top had linebackers, so he can only go about 2 or 3 yards.
That's because
the other guy's coming underneath.
Crunched in more in the red zone, where if you're in the middle of the field, you got a lot more space.
Yeah, you got more space. Yeah. So everybody's a little tighter, and so I had to throw it underneath to my tight end Ziegler, just hoping he could turn up field, and
here we go.
You'll see what happens. Everybody's kind of crossing. Oh, and this good play. Linebacker just drove on it, made the tackle. So
All-American.
You don't like throwing it underneath. No cheering. No, what? We lost. We lost. No.
Now let it run. There's Eli. He exhausted. Taking the helmet off.
So after the year's over, we get this commemorative football that says 58, 56, 7 overtime. And I'm getting it, and John Thompson's there. He's our D coordinator right there. He's like, why do I want some football that says I gave up 56 points, as D coordinator,
Well, you gave up 17 in regulation.
There you go, right?
I remember my brother was mad. I think that year as a sophomore, I threw more touchdowns than he did. He's like, whoa. That overtime game shouldn't count. He's like, you threw 5 touchdowns in overtime. That you get the ball to the 25-yard line, there should be an asterisk, so... No, I said, no, I'm taking them all. They all count.
So at the end of that game, just what was sort of the feeling? Was it so, you fight that hard and to lose the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games, it's just you felt like you did everything so well. You responded to all the tough situations. When you needed 2 points, you got some. When you needed 4th and 6, you got some. Just so many big plays where you overcome, and to end up, a yard short, you just felt like we gave it our all. We went out there, and so you're disappointed. The worst part is it kind of had a lasting effect. That next week, we were exhausted for the next game. Practices were bad. Guys were hurt. Guys were tired. And it kind of took us 2 weeks to get back going. And unfortunately, we lose the next game as well and kind of get out of the race for the SEC West.
That was the worry. And Coach Nutt, I don't even know, and Zach might tell you if we even wore pads that whole next week, because we knew that it was like playing 2 games on one night, and so that's you're correct.
And you guys end up going to, I think, Cotton Bowl and played Oklahoma, right?
We did. That Rocky Kalmus was that the linebacker there, and that was the team that just won the national title. I think we lost 17-10 or something. This was one of the coldest games we've ever played. Zach was there, yeah.
And you guys you weren't selected to go to a bowl game.
Yeah, we ended up not going to a bowl game. I think we could have gone to Idaho somewhere for a bowl game, and some of the seniors just said no, thank you. I was like, that's kind of weird.
The other part of the story, at the end, they had pizza for all the players, but the pizza was pretty much cold.
It wasn't warm at all. No.
So Houston Nutt told Dean Weber, Dean, find a place to get some food. So Dean Weber found Burger King somewhere towards Memphis, I guess, and they ordered like 200 Whoppers.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feed these kids. Come on, we're animals, like get out of here.
Jason Peters has got to eat. He can throw down a Whopper, I promise you.
So nobody had ever seen anything like it at that time. Nobody had ever seen a 7 overtime game. They've changed the rules. At that time, it broke every record. Just maybe some treetop thoughts on being a part of that game and what it was at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the most memorable games I ever played in. I wish you had a game you that was talked about, still talked about. You wish you were on the winning side of it, but just to be a part of such a great game in college football history, to feel like you performed well, you played at a high level, you executed so many good things, and so it was actually fun. I had not watched the game in a long time. I watched it the other day, and just to it's really fun to see some of the old names, Cedric Cobb and Kenny Hanlon, and to see Jason
Stackhouse.
Peters, Charles Stackhouse on both sides. So just to see some of the names and some of the plays and players. So it was a lot of fun, and to kind of get to come in and do it here again with Matt Jones, it's been really special.
And Matt, just thoughts on obviously you were synonymous with more than one. You had another 7 overtime Kentucky, a 6 overtime against Tennessee.
And so I know what Eli's saying, because we lost that next year to Tennessee 6. Jason Witten, I still see him going down the middle of the field. With
Jason Witten's coming. You and Jason Witten coming next year. Y'all are doing that.
But obviously, one of the great games in your career.
Oh my goodness! And, I mean, still talked about, and all the players that made plays that game. A lot of freshmen. You look at that class with Jason Peters, Sean Andrews, Ken Hamlin, Ahmad Carroll.
Oh yeah,
just a lot of great players on that team. And one guy that we didn't even see was Fred Talley. I don't know why he wasn't, but he was one of the best running backs up there too. Yeah.
Well, I think we'd all agree. You got 2 guys here. Both were first-round draft choices. Maybe they didn't follow the same path. This guy over here ends up being a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. This guy, you can make the argument, the most exciting player to ever play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. So 2 amazing quarterbacks. Let's give it up for Eli Manning and Matt Jones, everybody. Great job, guys. Good job, man. Good job. All right, so we'll try some pictures for about 10, 15 minutes, and then when you're done, we'll hang it up. Check. All right, 50-yard line members and sponsors are first. 50-yard line sponsors. 50-yard line members and sponsors.